Suddenly we get a call from Zaine. He's tailing a suspect slowly. And the suspect sees that he's in fact being followed, and the chase starts.
Our boom closures were put on high alert for a vehicle delivering drugs in the area. And we got a call for backup into one of our boomed areas. He wouldn't answer, he wouldn't come out, so we thought he was scared. So what we did was we pepper sprayed the room.
On this particular occasion, these vagrants attacked the security guard.
We're on our way back with our tactical team. We've got 5 vehicles behind us.
Before we got there, we heard that one of our guys was bleeding from the head, like he got hit with a rock.
When we got there, a whole lot of guys just started scattering because they knew that we came in force, that we weren't taking.
Move, come! Come, get out here, come!
Sit down.
Yes, hold it, hold it!
We protect a hell of a lot of petrol stations, which are, my friends overseas would call them gas stations. These are important community centers where lots of people come in to fill up their cars, as well as enjoy the benefits of the convenience stores. These places are sometimes a target for criminals.
Yeah, I think what we want to do is, I want to get the camera guys involved.
One of the major types of crimes experienced at petrol stations are people filling up their cars with petrol and driving off. We also experience remote jamming at the petrol stations. So people pop into the convenience store without checking that their car is properly locked. And what happens then is guys just drive in, open the vehicle, grab a laptop, cell phone, whatever it may be, and drive off again.
We'll set up some GoPros or some spy cameras or whatever. We will wait in the nearby vicinity of the place, or I'm a bit scared to wait inside here, because I think as soon as they know there's some oak parked there, then they're not going to come to commit the crime.
We had the opportunity to set up a sting operation whereby we go in undercover and we wait for these suspects to try what they're going to try, be it petrol theft or remote jamming or whatever scam they're trying to pull.
So we wanted to be seen as the oak didn't lock the car. Our suspects will come. The only way out of here is that direction. So what we'll do is we'll set up some kind of a block.
That's a clever idea,
Near to the highway there, we'll set up a block, some kind of a roadblock. We'll have 2 other vehicles waiting up there. I'll give chase from here. If we don't catch the suspect here, we get him that side.
The other thing about these petrol stations is they are swarming with cameras. The CCTV cameras in a petrol station are normally of a fantastic or superb quality. You can get facial recognition, number plate recognition. The first thing that the CCTV is going to pick up is your beautiful face and your number plate. So the next time you're thinking of committing crime or behaving badly at a petrol station, understand that I'm going to know who you are and I'm going to come for you.
I'll tell you where I want the camera. I want the camera coming out of the gear, out of the handbrake, where the handbrake and the gear lever is. Get a camera coming out of there, because as he grabs that, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. We've walked through, we've scoped out where all the cameras are. We're going to set up a scene and come back another night to take these guys down.
We're setting up a sting for remote jammers. I'm on my way to one petrol station Mully's on his way to another petrol station. Zaine's at a local shopping centre. We've got a response officer at each of the petrol stations in the near vicinity and a lookout. So tonight is the night we should pick up something. It's also end of the month, which means that these guys are shopping because they know people have been paid, and people are a little bit more careless when they've had a few drinks, so they'll not worry that the car's not locked, or they'll push the remote. They won't think about it. So let's see what we get.
It's Friday nights, we've planned the operation, we in undercover vehicles, anything can happen. Payday, Friday night, so we're just waiting, we're going to arrest somebody.
I'm at the one petrol station in the SRT8. Mully's at another one of the petrol stations, which is also on the main road in the A45. And Zaine is at the shopping centre in his double cab. We've also got various lookouts at the other petrol stations and response vehicles.
It doesn't look like anything's going to go down. I spoke to the guard in the shop there. That squad is not as busy as JP's probably picking up at the other garage, but we're going to just wait and see. I've loaded up on coffee. It's going to be a long night. The reason why we stake out at this petrol station is they murdered my guard. Yeah, they walked in at about 8 o'clock at night, 7:45. Me and JP were actually at the gym, and we got a panic call. The guy walked in and shot my guard straight to the head with a bullet. Straight in, didn't steal anything, walked out and left. So the case is still open, trying to see what's actually going on with that.
I'm waiting at the petrol station, and as you know, it's boring. We're looking. We see a number of maybe would-be suspects coming in and out, but nothing really hot's happening on my side.
Yeah, it's very boring sitting in the car, waiting for something to happen, walking, get a coffee, trying to stay awake in the car. You're playing WhatsApp, you're on WhatsApp, you're checking your Facebook, but you always got to constantly be alert. That's why I went and got myself a strong coffee, checking. You got to check what's coming in and out, but it's very, very boring. You got to watch you don't fall asleep. So I don't think anything's gonna happen now. Fucking hurry up with this. Zaine, how's it, buddy? I was sitting all bored watching out at the petrol station. I got a call from Zaine. Yeah, what? Where are you coming past? Coming up for Koppen. With what? I'm coming through. I'm leaving the petrol station now. I'll see you now. Let me catch up to you. Ciao, bye. Zaine said he's got legs from jamming and that, and he's chasing up for Koppen and that.
Suddenly we get a call from Zaine. He's tailing a suspect slowly, a suspect that's just lifted a laptop. He was waiting at one of the centres, and he's tailing the suspect now. So he's staying very far behind the suspect. He can't give chase. The suspect's in a GTR Golf. We don't know what he's got under the bonnet. The double cab's not going to keep up with him. So Zaine keeps his distance, radios the rapid response guys, and we make our way there. We've just picked up a suspect, and part of the jamming crew. Zaine's tailing him, but Zaine's keeping a far distance because Zaine doesn't want the guy to know, because Zaine doesn't have the pace in his back. You're going to have to do a bit of a donut, yeah.
I managed to catch up with Zaine within about 5 minutes. We chased the guy, overtook Zaine. I mean, this guy was driving crazy. He was just going all over the place.
Mully comes behind Zaine, and the suspect sees that he's in fact being followed, and the chase starts. I came through the back roads to try and come in from a different direction. The suspect took an unexpected turn onto Main Road, where I was actually coming onto.
Zaine, where are you, Oaks? Where are you guys? There they are, there they are. Oh jeez, there's Zaine, there's Mully. I'm gonna have to take this robot when it's clear. Shit, emergencies. I gave chase then. The gap was pretty big at that point in time. The suspect in the GTR brakes left off main road, and this guy's flying. Jeez, this guy's moving.
It's tough chasing the guy because our cars are just as fast as him. I think he had a done-up GTR. Our cars are just as fast, but we don't want to break the laws. We don't want to shoot through the red robots. We don't want innocent people to get hurt.
Yeah, this guy's just going through all the robots and that. He's driving recklessly. He's definitely from the area. He's headed back into his own area.
I was hot on the guy's tail. He was going through the traffic, weaving through the cars. I decided to give a call into JP and Zaine and say, guys, it's not worth risking other people's lives because this guy doesn't care about his life. I said, let's just rather tap off, let him get away. We'll catch him another day.
At this point in time, I'm really pissed off, but we'll get him next time. It's just not worth it. We're not going to risk innocent people's lives and catch a suspect that stole a few laptops or whatever it is that it may be, you know. It's just not worth it. But just on the way this guy was driving alone, he needs to be brought to book. We're on our way to one of the complexes where a lot of the university students live. And today just happens to be last day of the month, Puza Thursday. So we're just going to make sure that these kids are behaving themselves, because although half of them are probably drunk running around naked, there's a portion of them that actually are studying for an exam or something tomorrow. So we just got to make sure these guys are behaving themselves, not drinking, fighting, whatever it is they like to do. It was standard Thursday night patrol, end of the month Thursday, Puza Thursday. Means that these kids have money now and they're going to start drinking and misbehaving. Some of the complexes we guard are next to the universities, and it's like mainly a res for college kids, and our duty is to look after the kids. Tonight in South Africa is what's commonly termed as Puza Thursday, which means that people get too itchy for the weekend, so they start drinking on a Thursday night. We sent Dave on foot to do an inspection. It turns out there was one unit making a little bit of a noise.
Yeah, I just came out from number 44. I had a word with those guys, and then so they agreed that they're gonna lower their noise there. So we tried to see and wait and see if they were just keeping us away by agreeing with us.
Dave spoke to them and they literally turned it off right away. So everyone was really well behaved. You know, these kids are away from home. They don't have parents looking out for them. So we, the mommy and daddy in this situation, and we're the ones that have to look after their well-being.
Zaine just challenged me to an obstacle race. Oh, challenge is on. I'm gonna f this guy up.
As it is in the office, we're quite competitive. Myself and my brothers, we like to be the best at everything we do. So when Trev joined the company, you know, I coached him previously, so he knows how competitive I am. So he likes to try and get under my skin, he likes to try and needle me.
Trevor's challenged me to this obstacle course because he thinks old bulls don't have any strength.
Zaine, going down, bro.
He's about to learn that you never mess with the old bull because you get the horns.
She's going down.
Trevor's challenged Zaine to race on the obstacle course. Zaine never gives up, so this is a big mistake on Trevor's part.
When we got to the obstacle course, we went through the obstacle course, and I said to Trev, well, there's no ways we're doing this thing without a punishment. So it was decided that the loser gets tasered. You know, I'm not scared of a taser, but I know he shits for it. So there's no ways I'm losing this thing.
So the challenge was set in stone now. Now we get to this obstacle course. It doesn't look as easy as I thought it was going to be. It looks quite hard, but I think I can do this, and I think Zaine's going to get tasered after this.
So I asked JP to be the ref, so to see if Zaine cheats or anything. I know Zaine's a big cheater. He'll do anything to win.
1, 2, 3, go! Now there's only one thing left to see if Trevor's youth can beat Zaine's experience.
Jesus, man.
JP decided that Trev goes first. You know, going first, you kind of get to set the standard, puts the other guy under a bit of pressure, makes him make mistakes on the course. It is a tough course, so I mean, you don't have room for any error. So if Trev puts up a good time, it really would have put me under pressure. Trev started lank well, he was flying through the obstacle course. I was worried at a stage and...
Smaller tyre, girl.
Come on, Trevor, look excited.
Chose a smaller tyre.
That obstacle course, I got halfway and I was sat there. I was tired. Then I got to the one exercise.
Ah, you
I swang, I cut my whole knee open, I needed stitches, didn't go for stitches. I'm just a warrior.
This is impossible.
Don't think my time was the best time, but I don't think it was the worst time. I think I did pretty well. Zaine, you're up. Let's see what you can do.
Go!
I was a bit nervous of my time going into it, so when Zaine was up, I gave him a little surprise in his tire. I put a sandbag inside of his tire.
Take the f***ing bag out, man. Trevor, you f***ing cheater.
I was going to stop the race when Trevor cheated and put a 25 kilo sandbag in Zaine's tyre. And I just thought let him get on with it, because if I stopped the race, it might have got to his head.
Okay, no matter what Zaine or JP tell you, it was a 5 kg sack in that tire. Jeez, it was quite amazing to see such an old person move like that.
No ref. No ref. What? What?
I try to get into his head a bit, so I throw some chips from the sideline just to get him going and not think about the obstacle, just get him angry. But seems like if you make Zaine angry, it just makes him more determined to win.
Start again.
Have a chair, bro. No one will judge you.
When I was going, Trevor was chirping, he was being cocky, he was hoping I was going to fall, he was hoping I was going to do something that made me waste time.
Get it quickly. 12 minutes 21. Trevor's time was 16 minutes and 32 seconds. Zaine's time was 12 minutes and 21 seconds. Trevor, you're getting tasered.
Hey bro, they're gonna taser me. I'm trying to hide.
You still put a 20 kilogram sandbag inside the tire. You own him now.
Yeah.
And you beat him by 4 minutes. You own him.
So at the end of the day, Zaine won. He's old, and I'm not impressed that I lost, but I'll challenge it again. I'll find something I can beat him at, and then we'll see.
Trevor, you put a 20 kilo sandbag in my tyre. I still f***ing owned you by 4 minutes.
I want to taser the shit out of you.
At the moment, we're having a bit of an issue with metal workers. They're going on strike for better salaries, and this is going on throughout Joburg.
On this particular occasion, our good friends from the police called us up and asked us if we have any extra backup, and we were happy to oblige. It's always a pleasure working with the cops. On this particular occasion, there were 250 striking metal workers marching, and we just needed the numbers for the crowd control.
Often these kind of marches can turn ugly. You know, they have their various different leaders, and the smallest thing can spark these guys.
Jeez, it was pretty scary. It was a group of like 150 oaks, all carrying sticks and shumboks and rakes and all that stuff. So if something had to them off, geez, they could do a lot of damage.
The march got to an intersection where they basically made a massive circle and started chanting and singing songs, and and I could see the vibe of the guys had changed a little bit. So we went up to the main guy and asked him if he wouldn't mind us filming some of it. When he allowed us to do that, I could see that the whole mood of the actual march was very peaceful.
At the end of the day, it was a good strike. It was a peaceful strike, and so it wasn't one of those cases what you hear about on the news that a couple of people got killed or shops got looted or things got stolen or broken or burnt. So at the end of the day, it was a good operation.
Our boom closures were put on high alert for a vehicle delivering drugs in the area. We were actually at the march. We got a call for backup into one of our boomed areas. We responded quite quickly. Our control room had in fact got the police there quite quickly as well. When we arrived on the scene, our reaction team had already responded. They had made the arrest with the cops. And they had taken the dealer into custody. We went to the house. We found a young lady. She explained to us that she actually lives on the property with her mother. They have a room at the back that they rent out to students. And this student, in fact, was buying the drugs. We went and had a chat to this guy. When we went into the premises, the young lady said that the room's at the back where he stays. So we quickly wanted to get there and catch him taking the drugs.
Hello?
We got there, we banged on the door.
Excuse me?
He wouldn't answer, he wouldn't come out, so we thought he was scared. So what we did was we pepper sprayed the room. We gave him 5 minutes, he still wouldn't come out. So I said to the guys, the guy, he can't be inside there with that pepper spray.
Just go confirm that's the first room.
So I went and asked the young lady, and she said, we kind of pepper sprayed the wrong room. There's another room on the other side of that room.
I think I just pepper sprayed your maid's room. Tell her just not to go in there for a while.
It'll wear off after like 2-3 hours. 2-3 hours.
Thanks so much.
Brother, how's it? Good. Can I chat to you for a second? We opened the door and there was the guy sitting playing World of Warcraft or something on a computer, drugged to the nines. Looked like he hadn't bathed for 7 weeks. We've been tailing a drug dealer that's been dropping stuff off here.
Okay.
And now we've arrested a drug dealer.
Okay.
And we've actually seen you taking packages from him. So, you know, I don't know what you're buying from him. If you're blasting lines or if you're smoking dacha.
Yeah, I do smoke a bit of weed every now and then.
Did you take it?
I can stop. Obviously.
Well, you can stop first by giving us whatever you bought from him. It's going to help us in our case against that guy. And we'll leave you out of it. Otherwise, we're going to drag you through this whole process. Started chatting to this guy to try and get information on how often he gets deliveries.
This is from the last time. I don't know. That wasn't.
What did he drop off now?
No. He just came to drop off cash now. Because he owed me money from last time.
He said he didn't get a delivery. The guy came to give him money. Well, that's kind of the first time I've ever heard of a drug dealer bringing a guy money. Normally you give the dealer the money. Oh, well, I saw you take something, so hand it over.
I promise you now, I didn't take anything this time. I have taken from him before, but I did not take this time. I'm not kidding, dude. I've got that empty packet, that's all I've got left. He honestly dropped off cash this time. I wouldn't lie to you, dude. Honestly, I wouldn't lie to you. I can give you.
You don't have to give us anything. We've got him at the station. We've taken his car. We've got his ID. We've got everything on him.
Yeah.
We knew it was him. He said no, he didn't buy today. He hasn't bought for some time. But we asked him, why is the guy coming into the area? Why did he stop here? Why did you go into his car? Then he broke down a bit.
Because I know you're blasting. You're not smoking weed. Because the guys here every 2 days.
No, but the last time I had from him, I was smoking weed. I promise you, that's from a while ago though. But I have before bought cat from him before. That is true.
He admitted to us eventually that he'd been buying cat from this guy. You know, cat is a cheaper form of cocaine in South Africa, which these kind of guys buy, you know, students and guys that can't afford the other stuff.
Hand over the really don't, but I promise you now he dropped off cash, bro.
No, you said 200 rand, you've only got 100 rand in your wallet.
Dude, I've spent the other $100,
Where?
bro. I promise you.
You spent each week. Wait, because you haven't left the premises. We blocked off the road, all our reaction vehicles were called, and no one's left the entire area. We shut it down.
Maybe just call the cops, bro.
Even you start cooperating with us. Do you want to
No, look,
go
I
and...
understand. Dude,
No, I'm just telling you. No, you don't fucking you don't understand.
I've been through this stuff before, bro. Do you understand what
Let me just call the lieutenant. Oh,
You want to fucking go stand there with the Nigerians? You don't want to. So hand over the. You know, I felt dreadfully sorry for this lady and her daughter. You know, they've probably live in fear of the unsavory guys that come to their house every night dropping the stuff off. I actually prefer you actually 100%. Give these people notice and move out of our area.
I am moving out at the end of the month.
Alright.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be my neighbor.
I do understand. I'm very sorry.
You drug addicts irritate the out of me, you know that.
I'm very sorry, guys.
When we left the premises, the lady actually phoned me and thanked me for actually responding to her house and sorting it out. And she let me know that the guy actually moved out within 24 hours. She got hold of his dad and told his dad all the happenings that have gone on. And his dad pulled him out of the house. And yeah, so it was actually a good operation. The lady got rid of an unruly tenant. And maybe she'll learn next time how to pick tenants.
There's a guy that lives under the bridge. We see him quite often. He's a nice guy, just down on his luck, doesn't deserve to be under the bridge. So every time we go there, we say hello. And on one particular occasion, this guy went missing, and he was missing for a while. So the team went out and started looking for this guy and asked a few questions.
We got intel from the workers handing out pamphlets and selling things at the robots that there'd been a massive fight under the bridge. There'd been arguments. And normally what happens is these hobos, these beggars, they fight for begging rights. They'll actually stab each other to death. to have a specific spot on a highway or a specific spot at a robot that generates enough income.
We couldn't find him, so we kept going during the day to see if he's alright. Could never find him, so our theory is that he was begging during the day. So now we're going during the night. It's almost 11 o'clock, so he should be under the bridge sleeping by now. So we're gonna go see if everything's alright.
I hope this boykie is still alive. This is let's go. It's all thumbs.
As we were busy going down, I already saw that the homeless guy was there. I was relieved. My heart sank. I was actually excited to see him. So I gave a little bit of a jog down the hill. We had bread and milk for him. How's it, my man? We're happy to see you alive. We heard some bad stories. Are you alright? You okay? I heard the guys there beat you. They came here and they robbed you.
We were super happy when we got down there and we saw him.
We need to take you to a place where you can be supported by the community, safe in the community. Living on a highway bridge, just now a car's going to crash into you. It's not safe, brother. When can we get out? When can we help you to get out of here?
Anytime, sir. I mean, anytime, as long as I've got the money to pay rent.
We asked him where he's been. He says it's tough for him under the bridge because the guys come and fight him for his food, try to steal his blankets, and he's got to hit the road.
Well, I sleep here because I don't have any other place to go and stay. I don't have the money, I don't have a good job, you know, so when I'm here, people can actually help me, you know. When they pass around this place, they can help me.
So a lot of the time he gets beaten up. I mean, that's why we couldn't find him, because he was in a fight. The guys were beating the hell out of him just for his stuff. So these guys are also victims to crime. It's not only just people in houses. It's also people under bridges.
We don't want to see you get hurt, okay?
Just understand that you need help. We have to protect you, my friend. Okay, thank you, buddy. Keep safe.
Cool, brother.
You know, this guy obviously is not one of our clients. You know, he's just a happy guy. You know, he's the kind of guy that always gives you a big smile. So when this guy went missing, we were genuinely concerned for his safety, and we're just glad to see that he's back and he's okay, that nothing bad happened to him.
Yeah, so it was time to get tasered for losing the obstacle course. So we called in our medical partners for backup, just in case something had to go wrong. I fall, I hit my head or anything like that.
2 days ago, Trev got lucky. Battery died on the taser. Did you believe you were going to lose? Because I knew you were going to lose. You were the underdog the whole time.
Once I find out how you cheated, you're going to get tasered. Twice.
Being much better than you. 5 ways I cheated, bro.
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Today is not so lucky. Let's see what this does.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, really want it?
No,
Not
say
with the head. Not with the head.
Are you ready, Trev? No, what are we doing this bareback?
So they made me take off my top so they could see it go into my back, so they know they got me properly.
Yeah. There we go, Trevor!
Got your war paint on?
I just want to make sure it goes in.
Don't flex, don't flex, huh?
Don't flex, don't flex.
Flex. Oh, you missed one.
Oh, one missed.
What one
Oh,
missed?
you're lucky, bro. Don't worry, Trevor, I got you.
Fuck that hurt.
Come here.
Oh! Check it, come on.
Hey, no. Feels like a stab, bro.
Only one pin hit him. It didn't even stick into him, so I mean, you can't really count that. He wants to count, but I think he got lucky, if you ask me. But it doesn't end here.
Yeah, he's good. That's it? I won't shock you, I promise you.
Get it away then.
Trev, you can see where...
That's good.
So, sorry, Zaine. You had your chance, you missed it. Back to the drawing board for you, old man.
You know, we got some beanies in for charity day. So I got Trev to bend over. I said to him, Trev, just count the beanies because they were in a black plastic bag on the floor.
So 10 in one bag.
Hey, nah, Zaine.
You f***ing sneaky bastard. You had your chance and now you have to take another one. Phew, payback's gonna be sweet.
Okay, Trev, I want you to bite your teeth, bro. Okay, wait, get my gum guard, bro.
Take a beanie.
Just bite on a beanie. A pink beanie. One. Are you ready?
What's happened is some of these guys have regrouped and they're trying to attack our guard on site there. We're on our way back with our tactical team. We've got 5 vehicles behind us and we're going to try to see if we can make an arrest. I'm tired of these oaks. We're going to do something to these oaks now.
We deal with certain retail complexes where the guards have to keep the shoppers safe, and on this particular occasion, these vagrants attacked the security guard.
We got a call in on the radio. Lucky me, Zaine and JP, Klaus and Trevor were actually on the road in convoy together. We got a call that mob of these guys were actually assaulting our guys. We don't take that lightly.
If you know one of your guys is being attacked and he's in danger, you really got to get over there quickly. For one, that it doesn't become something even worse. Number two, that's when you're most likely to catch the guys.
Before we got there, we heard that one of our guys was bleeding from the head, like he got hit with a rock. So we radioed in for SLA to arrive on scene. By the time we arrived, SLA had already taken the guy away.
I'll try the sneak approach.
When we got there, a whole lot of guys just started scattering because they knew that we came in force and we weren't taking shit. It was also like a bust. Everyone was just scattering. We had to go catch the people.
Come, get out, come, move, come. Come, get out here, come.
The guy that was remaining there, brave guy to actually stay there and started pointing out the guys because they fled and they tried to jump in cars and they hide.
Let's go. Get out.
This one. Hey, this one is shouting.
Sit down.
What's wrong with me? Yeah, so why is
Me and Zaine gave chase. We had one guy that actually shot out of a vehicle. He was sitting in a vehicle. He shot out. I came around, Zaine came around. We chased him for, it must have been about a good 500 meters. The guy was fast, but not fast enough.
Normally, we'll deal with the situation by ourselves instead of just calling the SAPS. But once we knew one of our guards were injured, we didn't want to take any shit. We wanted to have the police with us so the police can enforce them, just take them away. We didn't want us to just go and tell these guys, listen guys, what you're doing is wrong. We wanted the police to go, guys, no, throw them into the back of the police van and make their life a little hard. It's not right what they did.
Come with me. Oh, I don't know. That's fine, we can tell it to the police. Hold me nice, I'm not a criminal, man. I'm not a criminal.
Very nice, hey Peter.
Yes, I got my right. You don't have to hold me like
You have the right to remain silent. That's your first right.
No. I think I'm scared for the police. Don't take me, come here. Come here for what? Hold me nice, I'm not going anywhere. We managed to get most of the guys and put them in the police vehicle.
We had so many of these guys, we started loading them in the cop van. Zaine asked Klaus to actually watch a guy in a suit jacket because he was last. And And when we loaded the guys in, I was in the front putting them in, Zaine was with me, we were loading them, and I looked and we couldn't find the guy with the suit jacket. Zaine shouted, where's the guy, where's the guy?
No suit jacket.
And this one, yeah?
We asked Klaus, he knows nothing, he didn't even know where the guy was. I looked up the street, the guy had already ran up the street. Zaine gave chase, I jumped on my bucky, we sped up.
On the right. Yeah. Zaine.
One of the cameramen actually told Zaine that he was on the back of the bucky.
We managed to catch a guy. He actually jumped into another bucky to get away, but we managed to get him.
Go, come down. Get off. No, why are you thinking about this? Hey, don't talk shit. You try to run away, I'll you up. Bella. Go!
Zaine told me that apparently he told me that I need to look after this guy.
Watch that oak. You come past me, the suit jacket, I put him down and said, watch this guy. Oh look, he's gone. Lucky you Moody saw him walking up here.
You know, there's about 10 oaks there standing there from all security and police. He definitely didn't come past my side. So he managed to slip by everyone, not just me.
Okay, thanks.
Lucky to say that the guy that was hit with the rock on the head, he's okay. He had a mild concussion. He had a few days off. And for this, we're actually lucky that we managed to grab these 5 guys. This is the mob that causes the trouble. They're part of the crime. They are our problem.